Alright students, in the previous video we were discussing about the functions of the leaf, and I explained to you making food. First function, primary function of the leaf is that it is the kitchen of the plant. It is in the leaf where the food is being prepared, and this process of making food is called as photosynthesis. So now I am going to discuss the second function of the leaf, which is exchange of gases. See, there are small holes or pores on the leaf. Okay, these holes, they actually look like this. Let me just show you. Okay, they all look like this. So through these holes, okay, these holes are first of all called as stomata. Okay, so it is through the stomata where the gases are, exchange of gases take place. Okay, exchange of gases means during the process of photosynthesis, CO2 is coming in and oxygen is going out. Okay, just remember, see, I told you that for photosynthesis plants need carbon dioxide. So how are they taking in carbon dioxide? Even you breathe through what? You breathe through nose, right? Similarly, plants also have certain pores or holes through which they are breathing. Okay, so they breathe through stomata. Okay, and during the photosynthesis they are taking inside carbon dioxide. Okay, just remember this. So when you breathe through what? Through your nose. Okay, your external organ you are using is your nose. Similarly, plants have very small and tiny pores on their leaves, which is used in the exchange of gases. Okay, which is basically used in breathing, you can say. Okay, so it is through the leaves the plants are changing the gas. They are taking in carbon dioxide, giving out oxygen. Okay, the next process, the next function of the leaf is called as transpiration. Alright, so I want to ask you one question. When you start running, what happens? If you run for long distance, then you will sweat, right? Sweating will take place. Why is this sweating taking place? It is basically the water, the excess water that comes out from your body, right? That's how you sweat. The water, it is basically water coming out from your body. Okay, similarly, plants are also sweating. Okay, let's say I pour water on this plant. Okay, I have poured water here. Now by mistake I have poured more water or excess water. Okay, so what happens is the water will travel from the root to the stems and to the leaves. This I already showed you in functions of the stem. But what happens to the excess water? The excess water will go out. Through what? Through these leaves. Okay, through the leaves the excess water is going out. When I put excess water in this flower pot, the roots are going to absorb the water. The stem will transport the water. The stem transports the water to different parts. Okay, and it is through these leaves where the excess water will go out. Is it clear? So you can say that plants sweat through leaves, and this sweating in plants is known as transpiration. Okay, so excess water or excess minerals are going out through the surface of the leaves. Okay, and this process is called as transpiration. And the last process of the last function of the leaves is, leaf is also used as storing of food. This also I have explained you before, that plants, they store food in their body and they store it in the different parts. And which plants are, some plants are storing food in the leaves. Which are those plants? We have done this before. Yes, mint, coriander, spinach, very good, cabbage. So all these plants, these plants, they store food in the leaves. Okay, so let's go through the functions of the leaves again. The first and most important function is making food. It is in the leaves where the food is being made, and this process is called as photosynthesis. Then you have exchange of gases. Plants are breathing through stomata. Plants, they breathe through stomata. Stomata is the small opening on the leaf. See here. So here through these small pores, exchange of gases is taking place. Then we have transpiration. Transpiration means sweating, excess water and minerals coming out from the leaves. Then fourth is storing food in the leaves. So where all we already did this, that plants they store food in the stem, roots, leaves, seeds and fruits. So just remember that part. And I told you, and certain plants they store the food in the leaves. So which are those types of plant? They can be mint, coriander, cabbage and spinach. Right? By the way, leaf is a part of the root system or the shoot system? It is part of the shoot system. So what are the parts of the shoot system? Stem, leaf, flower, fruit and seed. Which is the main part of the shoot system? Stem. Stem is the main part of the shoot system. Okay, keep these things in mind. We'll move on to the next topic now. Alright, the next topic we are going to do is flower, fruits and seed. Though these are also a part of the shoot system, we are just going to have a quick revision about these topics. Okay, so bud grows into flower. Okay, a bud is a baby flower and this bud will blossom into a flower. Alright, so bud grows into flower. And what is the main function of this flower? It is to reproduce into fruits. Okay. The main function of the flower is to reproduce. Reproduction is the main function. Okay. Flowers they in turn grow into fruits. Now, buds grow into flower and main function is reproduction. Then, fruits grow around seed. Okay. What do you mean by this? Fruits grow around seed. Seed. Let's take a mango. Okay. So, there is a seed and mango flesh is around that seed. So fruits they grow around seeds. Okay. Now alright. Seeds in turn grow into new plant. Okay. Seeds grow into new plant. Small flowers are called as buds. Buds grow into flowers. The main function is reproduction. Fruits grow around seeds. Fruits grow around seeds. Okay. For example, mango. Mango has one seed. Apple has few seeds. And watermelon have many seeds. Then what can we do with these seeds? We can grow them into new plants. Okay. So these fruits they give seeds, right? And these seeds grow into new plants. So seeds are very important. So this process of growing new plants from the seeds or seeds getting converted, seeds growing into new plants is called as germination. What is it called as? Germination. Seeds growing into new plants are called as germination. And when we want to grow seeds into new plants, what is required? Sunlight, water and nutrients. Okay. Just remember sunlight, water and nutrients. Sunlight is obviously required. You know that sunlight is very important. Okay. Water is also required for growing. If you don't water your plants, they will not grow. And they also require some nutrients. If mama stops giving you food, will you grow? No. Similarly, plants will also not grow. So let's have a quick recap of flowers, fruits and seeds. Buds grow into flower. The main function of the flower is to reproduce. Fruits, they grow around seeds. Seeds are very important. Seeds are further used to grow into new plant. The process of seeds growing into new plant is called germination. Germination requires sunlight, nutrient and water. Alright. So this is about flower, fruit and seeds. So flowers, fruits and seed, it is a part of which system? Root system or shoot system? It is a part of the shoot system. Okay. So remember these things. Seeds are very important. Okay, remember this. And different plants are bearing different fruits. Okay, so fruits, these seeds, they play a very important part. Seeds will grow into new plants. Understand? All right. Now, students, this is completing our complete revision for parts of a plant. All right. So, in the next video, I'll be doing solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Thank you.